Hello. I fixed the snow. Never believe it. Look at that. It's perfect. I'm not doing any kind of crazy offset. The snowball leaves tracks too. It's cool and neat. Big old snowball. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Hello, Al. If you have partner, then partner also leaves snow tracks. It's fun. It's not... I mean, there is a performance impact for having multiple things going on. Neons. Now. Kind of a little bit of a tricky thing. And we can't really get away with it, I think. I think with the way the shader is written, we're not going to be able to get away with non-square blocks of snow, which is unfortunate. I did... I don't know if it's quite right. I mean, all right. As much of a fan of the major third as I am, it we can't use it for everything. I know. I mean, I like it too. But there comes a point where we're using it too much. Hey, Gamion. It makes all the songs sound the same.
Works. At Germ Dove Moderation, we received feedback that you had a disappointing experience with a troll that failed to live up to your expectations. We strive to provide trolls that all moderators can enjoy toying with,
Make better trolls.
and ultimately confusing the hell out of. We promise to optimize your next experience.
Okay, so this is the snow, is the CSG. And if I were to...
Livudner Bridge.
Yeah, see, if we cut through it, this is what we get, which is sad. Sad, 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 sad. We don't want that. Now, there is something that might be possible here. And I hate it, but it is possible. Permanent something or other. The snow track handler is drawing the snow track particles, which draws on layer 10. So I think, not 100% sure, but I think if we just draw on layer 10, does that? No, it's got to be in the viewport, right? It's got to be in the viewport. Give me a geometry. All right, this is a quick experiment here. A ring, no, a horseshoe shape. All right, horseshoe, great. Flatten it out. Scale it real big like. Modulate to black. Draw it on layer 10. That's not going to work, right? It's not going to be visible, but... Or maybe it will be visible. It is visible. Okay, but because it's not in the sub viewport is the problem. What if... What if on ready... Alright, this is going to be really silly if this works. Maybe? Okay. Well, well, well. Okay. But that's not deep enough, is it? So we would want it to be deeper. Ditch height is the magical shader material magic. Where is it? Where is it? Ditch height. We got it set to 0.5. If I set it to 1, do I have to reload the... I probably have to reload the scene to get the shader to recompile. That doesn't feel that much deeper. In fact, that doesn't feel deeper at all. Oh, right. I remember now. It goes up, not down. So let's move it to like a ridiculous amount. Reload it. No, it still looks exactly the same. Why does it look exactly the same? Like even this, it doesn't push down deep enough to actually see the ground, which is kind of what I want. I want it to be such that it goes so deep that you can see the ground, but you can't see the ground. So if we take this mesh over here, just lower it really, really low. See, there we go. Now we can see the ground. But I want that to be... I want it to be thick snow as well. So why doesn't it mesh down deep enough? How do I extend that depth? How do I make it really silly? Ditch height. What does ditch height do in this shader? Vertex.y. Ditch height dot trail. Is ditch height inverted? What if I just like multiply this by 10 right now? And then reload it. Oh. Well, it's very high up, huh? Hello? Hello? Get over there, Leon. Be in the snow. There he is. There's Leon. I mean, that is doing it, but... You know? I don't think that's actually what we wanted it to do. Because one thing I can do is change the particle effect for tracks to be more of a gray color. And then that way sprites that we intentionally set up, like the horseshoe pattern, those can be black. And so those go deeper all the way down. But then tracks never push it that far. And that way we've got kind of different layers. Let's adjust this a little bit. Let's tweak this. We want to get this just right before we get to that point, you know? How low does it go? We want it so that black does go all the way down. Well, this is pretty good. Oh, nope. See, it kind of gets through a little bit. That's fine. So then we go to the particle thingy. Draw pass the... No. Process material. The display color curve. We change that from black to kind of like a moderate gray. Reload. This is gonna look good. This is gonna look good. Okay, so now we have our track that is done with sprites. And our... Yeah, see, we still get that digging through. I don't like that. It's not supposed to be able to get that dark. We'd have to lift it up a bit. I got an idea. Where's my sprite? Yeah, here we go. Our sample sprite. It didn't work. Sprite 3D did not work, but it's right there. So what do you mean? Is it because I don't know why. I don't know why. Sprite 3D null? This Sprite 3D right here? Oh, right. I know why. Can't do that anymore. Do you have to do it in like this? Okay, it's good. Oh wait, no. We got to duplicate. Get rid of the texture. Push it pretty far back. Okay, that might work. Are you sure that doesn't exist? Dang it. I just wanted to do a silly little thing. I just want to do a little bit of debug. All right, this is going to be angled badly. Look at that! It's still coming. It's still coming in as black. That's a problem. Why though? The particle effect should be gray. Color ramp. It's color ramp that's doing it, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, change that to a gray. Now we're talking. So now we'll get less deep tracks from characters, and we can still do very deep tracks from sprites. Okay, awesome. Cool. So we'll keep this as a little debug line in case we need it. Now we can kind of get into the nitty-gritty of getting things just right. So for the material, I'm going to change ditch height to 1. And we're going to try and see if we can get that just how we like it on the shader. Okay, so that's too low. So let's go up too high. Now look, that, I don't love that that's as deep as that ditch goes. What if... See, I want the dark one. Let's pick a different... let's pick a different texture here. Is it because it's kind of... I don't know... Just do another one. See if that works. I'm wondering if it's because it's too transparent. Like the opacity is not there. Okay, so it definitely goes lower here, right? Like I cannot get that any lower. I mean, we could just say that the whole area gets covered with this, but that doesn't quite do it, does it? That doesn't do it, does it? I'm not sure. Oh, thank you, Gameon. We're working on it. This little snow track system. It needs to be pretty good, I feel like. Like the vague idea is that we want this to be able to be used as like a road, which is doable, I think. Let's go like a little lower, just like a smidgen. Oh wait, no, on the mesh, on the mesh. Okay, that's... it's okay. Okay, that's looking better. Now when I walk through it, and a partner, no, I can still get I can still get it darker somehow. How is that possible? It's supposed to be that I cannot get the hidden layer dark enough. That's the hope, at least. It is quite gray. And I would prefer the snow to be a lot higher up. If we're being honest. Like waist high would be cool. All right, so let's change. Hang on. That's a little bit better. That leaves like such a gentle little Whoop. Hang on. Tabs. Liari, thank you for 7 months. Wait for it. It's not going to read it. It was thinking about reading it, and then it decided against it. Thank you for your continued support on this project. It's really definitely worth it. It's gonna be so good, you guys. Don't even realize. 1.5? So good. All right, so can I bring this up now? Up. That's as high up as I can bring it? Alright, new idea. Add another mesh here. But make it something that is like definitely just black. Just a pitch black square. No translucency. We're getting just full on blap. What does that give us? How much depth? Not that much depth. Like, that's the depth of it right there. It's not much. It's not much. Why is it not much at all? Like, it's barely going down. Come on now. We can do better than that, I hope. Shoot. All right, we have to edit the shader code then. The ditch height is not... Wait a second. How close to edge? Does that matter? It's the edge ratio, which is a scale from, I think, 0 to 1. To the third power. Oh, I wonder if that's doing it. Hang on. Let me take that out of the code. That's probably messing with this quite a bit. Is that rounded edge that we're doing? Well, maybe not as much as I thought. But that gives us a much clearer cross-section of this. Like, that's it? What? That's it? Why is that all we get? Can I stretch this? I mean, yeah, but we shouldn't. Like, how much? Honestly, that's so little. That's not even like a meter. The shader code, ditch height, should correlate. Vertex Y is the R value of the texture. So that's going to be a scale of 0 to 1. Times ditch height, which is a parameter, times trail. Trail is the viewport textures R. So that's the black and white. Wait, what's floor height map? Oh, hang on now. Does that have anything to do with this? That might have something to do with this. I think we've got a little bit of wiggle texture. Okay, that's a much more pronounced amount. Now, the difference is we don't get the random wiggle, but I think we can add to that, or maybe subtract out randomly. I mean, alternative is we just don't go down all the way to this lower level. And we just, oh, you guys can't see this. Hang on, let me pull this over to the other screen. One alternative is just like this lower deform value. That's what it's under. That's what's underneath, and we just live with that. That's all there is. It's just this is the ground color, and that's all we got. And that might be okay, honestly. I might be okay with that. I might be okay with that. Okay, okay. So this keeps track of the meshes. So we could have 2 islands. That's doable. Trying to think about how we can get the best performance out of this stuff. Okay, let's add back this texture, but it's not normalized. Like this height map, I think we might have a better... I'm looking at the texture and it's fine. I think we need to add that, not multiply that. I think that might give us a better, maybe like add 0.5 times that. Instead. And then re-include the close to edge business that we added, our little edit. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Now, what height do we actually want this mesh at? What's the magic number here? Not that. That? 0? 0 seems good. Okay. This is enough to hide stuff under the snow. Yeah, like if we just didn't have these sprites here. It feels a little bit... we're getting there. We're getting there. Hang on. Let's make the snow track particle bigger. And do we want it to be a little bit darker? Like just a smidgen darker to go a little deeper. Okay, I think that might work. I think that might work. Let's build a room. Let's build our first chapter 4 room. Yeah. So I think the general idea for Chapter 4's initial part, and I should bring up our Scratch drawing. I think the idea is that we're going to be following a sort of pipeline from the main factory. So we're going to call this pipeline start. Like, I think maybe you're going to come in, you're going to pop out in the cold. In other chapters, it's like you come out of a door and you are right next to the factory. In this one, you're going to be like miles away somehow. Don't worry about it. And so you're just going to kind of pop out in the middle of a cold, snowy forest, with the only landmark really being this like big metallic pipe to follow that you came out of. You pop out, little intro cutscene about, ooh, brr, so cold. Oh, shoot. What if you can see the partner's breath? That's exactly it. That's exactly it. What if we can see their breath? Wouldn't that be cool? I like that. Maybe we should do that. I don't know. Maybe. That's one of those unnecessary details that makes the game feel a lot higher budget than it is. All right. Pipeline start. Okay, get rid of this player for scale business. I don't know exactly what the pipeline is going to look like, aside from big thing. What's this camera control zone even doing? Offset. Do we need that? I don't know if we even want that. Oh, whoops. We're in the wrong scene now. There we go. Now we're in the new scene. Haha. Get rid of this test scene completely. May it never darken our door again. Get rid of Mesh 3D 2 completely. We're going to rely solely on this guy right here. No snowballs in the first room, please. No snowballs in the first room. We need a category for geometry. Also, this will be for conversation stuff, for the initial cinematic for when you get here. That's very important. Player for scale, not super important, but it's fine. I don't know, we'll probably have some kind of material for the base ground, but mostly we're just gonna have the snow. Mostly it's the snow. So we're gonna put that under decor. Snow. We're gonna put snow truck handler, CSG mesh, and then another folder for trees. Tab and ground solidity will go under geometry. Node 3D for camera controls, for whatever we might need that for. All right, looking good. Nice and organized. Just the way we like it. Now we need a Node 3D for the actual pipeline. I'm thinking fairly clunky looking. Not quite Nintendo 64 geometry, but like not much more than that. So to make that happen, we're gonna do a path 3D. Starting at -10, going to +10. We're gonna bump that up, of course. We'll have it kind of disappear behind some trees, so that it's not completely bizarre that it's just gone. Okay, so we're gonna start with that. Then we're gonna add a CSG polygon. Now, the shape of this polygon is gonna be clunky. Too high to jump on, by far. Like, this is a pretty sizable thing that we're looking at here. I'd like to be flat on top. Okay, that's a good start of our hexagonal shape. We're going to change it to path mode so that it follows the path. Additionally, let's go ahead and mirror this array, instead of starting at 0, 3, we're going to say -2, 3. 0, 0 is going to be replaced by -3, 0. And then we're going to go 2, -3, and then end it on -2, -3. We'll have a nice hexagon, vaguely hexagonal shape for the pipeline. We can just move the path backwards that it follows. We're going to change the bake interval to like 3, I think. Wait, no, that's not the one. This is the one we want to mess with. Is this the one? Path interval? There we go. Big and clunky. Big, clunky geometry. Wow, Al. That's scary. I kind of want to have a new texture on this. Something like this, but more blue. So I think we're going to duplicate this. Oxide blue is what we're going to call it. And this one is going to have more of a bluish hueish. That is going to be a little bit rough. I think it'll be fine. That looks all right. What else could it be? So true, so true. CSG polygon. Let's add a little bit more geometry to this. Not much more. Just a smidge. Change the path interval to like 5. And the path, let's now mess with that a bit. This, we can get kind of wonky with it. Which is fun and interesting. Okay, let's hide the snow for now while we're working on this. Also, this does need to have solidity. All right, let's take a look. How does this look so far? I mean, obviously it can't look great. Yeah, look at this giant thing blocking everything you could possibly want to see back there. Also, where do you pop out from here? Do we want to have like a big outlet of sorts? So we do need camera control zone, a max and min. We can do that with, we can borrow that from this scene, camera bounds. So we just say, all right, minimum camera is here, maximum camera is there. Easy peasy. And the lemons, so squeezy. It's been a while since we've done some real dabbling. Yeah, that camera bound max needs to be pulled out a solid meter, I think. You know what? Another meter. I'm not looking forward to all the microtransactions, but other than that, yeah. So what we can do, I think, is for this one, we can take the mountains and the forest and the middle layer of trees and like bump them up vertically so they're like poking over the top, but only for this first one. Only for this first scene. Yeah, like this. And then the mountains, bring them up nice and high so that even though they're not normally going to be visible, oh, there we go, there we go. Normally this is going to be a lot more balanced, composition-wise. You're going to have a lot more sky, but here it's like, ooh, you're deep in a forest. There's no one around and your phone is dead. For this pipeline, I'm pretty sure that I want the angles, but boy, you just can't see much texture on this, huh? Just not a lot of texture on this. Okay, hang on. We're gonna replace that with regular oxide. And then give it a like a frosty layer. You know what? Let's try this. Geometry, material overlay. Let's make a new texture here. Let's try a new texture. Oh no, not the meatworm again. Oh, it's back. Okay, so we can add like, first off, let's do triplanar. And let's mess with the UV scale a bit. And maybe try to make this like more frosty. That does not, that looks like blue vines. That does not look like layers of, no, the cracks are not gonna do, that's not a good frost layer. We need like weird, splotchy bits if we're gonna do frost. Yeah, Okay, get rid of that. Yeah, iciness is gonna be difficult. What I would like to do with this is add on some nice chunky bits using path follow at different progressions, like 5 meters. I want to take this CSG polygon, make a copy of it here, but change it to depth mode and scale it slightly. Oh, look at that. Look how easy that was. All with the magic of CSGs. And so we can just duplicate that at 10 meters, well, 15 meters. And then again at 25. Yeah, look at that. That's fun. That's fun. Okay, where are you popping out, though? We gotta pop out of this thing. So like clang, clang, clang. You kind of are in the pipe somehow. And then there's a big break in the pipe, but then you need to be able to return easily as well. So doorway doesn't make a lot of sense. But what could make sense is, let's see, let's add a node for pipeline box. This is going to be a polygon. It's not going to be quite so wacky shaped, but I do want it to have some non-standard angles if possible. Okay, something more like that. Definitely use collision. Okay, so it's like a big old, I don't know, thing? What is it? I don't know. Maybe it should go all the way to these rings. It's like a connecting piece or something. Does that look better or more confusing? Okay, so like that? Is this the segment that you come out of? Oh, you know what would be really cool to add into this? Well, not cool, but like easy to add into this perhaps. Is that steamy vent right here. This great pit has this great well. Oh yeah, you're not gonna see this at all, are you? No way. You're not gonna see this one bit. Steam vent, steam vent. I love steam. Yeah, steam's alright, I guess. Yeah, you can't see that at all. That's really cool that you can't see that at all. For the steamed hams. Okay, let's take the whole pipeline. By which I mean these bits. Back those back a bit. Maybe we scale it down. Take the path, lower it a bit, and the box. Oh, it's not lowering. Maybe. Hang on. We might have something here. Yeah, that kind of works, except it almost looks like maybe somewhere in here you might be able to get up there. So we'll invisible wall it up a bit, I think, just to be safe. At some point. I don't want Germ Dove getting involved up here. I don't want him getting any ideas or anything. Okay, but now this feels like it's just too big. Because I definitely want it to appear more squarish. And irregular. So now let's slide this up the path a bit. See how easy that is? Wow. And it always follows the path. Follows the curve. This weird angular-ish curve. Okay, how are we looking now? Ooh, steamed ham. I did a steamed hams bit in Dove's Discord. There we go. It's just perfect. Perfect. I don't love the way that this looks yet. I'm not completely taking it in with it. So this one is actually going to be, we're going to take that out and manage it more manually, a more manual management. There we go. Steam from the steamed hams. Okay. This feels like Dove is gonna find a way up here. Oh, that does sound like quite an adventure, Willow. I'll admit. Okay, this is letting the camera scroll way too far north. Just 90 strength? Is that all? Those are rookie numbers. You gotta get that up. Lizard time. This is gonna be chapter 4. Enemies are gonna be hitting hard. I need to go back and look at Bug Fable's numbers. 1,000-Year Door I'm pretty well versed on. Oh no, Theron. Let me consult the history. I mean, you were definitely here on Monday and Sunday. This is why, and the stream before that, and the stream before that, and the stream before that, and the stream before that. You chatted in all of them. Now, whether Twitch counted it or not, I don't know. It's another story. Okay, let's get the snow placed. So we need a CSG mesh. The exact details are unimportant. 29 meters. Weird number here. All right, make unique. 29. Oh, but then it doesn't quite go off the edge like I want it to. So we're gonna give it a little bit extra. A little extra foof. So the mesh needs to line up with the ground. It's not actually going to look this high. We'll give it 10 here. And we're just gonna kind of see what this looks like. All right, that looks not too bad. I think we could go a little bit lower. See, and then this is gonna be kind of this awkward sort of, and then it ends. But I think people will have fun just kind of being able to just like make little loop-de-loops in the snow and playing with that, like, oh, how fun. Oh, how fun. Because honestly, yeah, that is fun. It should be a little bit melty around the pipe, right? Like 100% it should. So this is where this stuff comes into play. Is that we can use our sprites as long as they can be modulated to be black. This one looks really good for this. Yeah. We'll balance it. Okay, so we'll put that there, and then for this bit around here, we need something. We need some kind of splotchy bit. How about blurry splotch? That sounds like a good one. Oh, it's too blurry. It's too blurry. Circle? If we scale it up enough, that might blur it enough that we can do this. All right, so what's that gonna look like when we load this scene? I don't see it at all. Oh. All of these need to have the correct... They already do. Well. Are they too high up? What happened? What's the difference here? Oh, they actually might be... No, I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Huh. All right, hold on. Let's look in remote view. Decor, snow track handler, sub viewport, sprite. Transform the scale of this thing to be really, oh, so it was there, you just could not really tell. I bet that's the same on these, isn't it? That it is actually doing it, but... Yeah, it's just like... You can't really tell because it's so deep. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. We will do this, though, and see if this is any good, because this will be a little bit closer to the camera. Those very thin bits, yeah, you're not going to be able to see much. Yeah, that just looks bad in this case. So we gotta mess with it a bit. Mess with the mesh. Do we go lower? That looks silly, honestly. But we can mess with it here. Yeah, one meter over looks a lot better, even though that's really off balance. I think that's actually fine. Ah! Hello, wait, hang on. I'm not ready. Hello, GQ. You're here. Wow. We're playing in the snow. We're making a nice little starter scene for when the chapter starts. And you're like, where am I? And you're like, snow. You're in the snow. Live with it. noticed that something was going on. I couldn't quite tell what. I see, I see. Something to check in on. There we go, that looks all right. It will be part of the GQ lore. I don't like that. I don't like that. Richard was involved. Oh, I definitely don't like that. So I feel like I kind of jumped on the Twitch train like a little bit after the time where Richard was really active. Wait, what? What is this? What? Who's this? Is that this? It could be this. It could be where I'm switching partners. Oh, yeah, look at that. Every time I switch partners, it's kind of like leaving a ghost. It's the meat worm. The golden age of Twitch. I mean, yeah. Basically. Kind of a big deal. It's okay. Nobody realizes that I just kind of like made myself a part of the group. Yeah, well, because the particle effect is there. So in a sense, they are still there. Oh, that's... yeah, that's this. Okay, that's got to be edited a bit. Now, hold on just a second. Now, I may not know much about this Twitch.tv. Oh, it's the height. Okay, so I need to go like... And now you're stuck with me. It was so easy to do. It was great. Speaking of greats, get rid of that grate. Nobody reads the lore. Okay. Who is anyone here that still needs to know about the Turpider incident? It's all compared Twitch account ages. I don't know if I want to play this game. I don't want to think about how much time I've wasted here. Oh, Willow definitely does not know about Turpider and the Turpider incident. It's a terrible tale. Yeah, Turpider. A very peculiar affair. All right, hold on. Let me get a good let me get some good intrigue music going on, right? We need some intrigue. Maybe. All right. The year was 2022. Was 4 years ago when out of the blue I received a I don't know what happened first. Perhaps a random follow from an account called Turpider. Turpider was a chatty user right off the bat. None of us knew them, but they very quickly jumped around between our channels. Myself, GermDove, Turtle, GQ, which was not particularly unusual. We frequently raid into one another. We're a little circle of stream buddies. And Turpider was dropping gift subs like a not insignificant amount during nothing particularly interesting happening. I begin to notice Turpider showing up in these other streams, and let me check, who is this guy? And I find he's got a Twitter account, and it was only recently created, very recent. It's like, okay, that's weird. His account just freshly created. Now, Turpider would occasionally, I don't recall if we did TTS back in the days. I believe we did. And he'd occasionally redeem these spiels that always punchlined with something about like the Red Robin or something. And upon hearing one of these, I kind of called it out. I was like, it's weird. You would get along great with a friend of ours named GQ. Very, very. There's a kinship there that I can't quite put my finger on. Well, fast forward to perhaps the reveal was April 1st. He might have. I would bet that he did. Because on April 1st, GameCube revealed that it was him all along. He completely fabricated this user that was half turkey, half spider. For no reason except to just shake our trust in everything that ever happens on the internet, I guess. It was GQ all along. It was like there was nothing there. It's like, why did you do this? I don't. He had no reason. We can make guesses as to like, because you see it's a lesson about being careful on. No, there was no forethought on this. I guarantee there was no forethought on this. So there you go. That's the story of Turpider. What a happenstance that was. It happened. It stanced. I don't know why it happened. But I mean, between that and all the dev exits, I guess we all learned a valuable lesson about trusting GQ with anything ever. That's probably the takeaway. Can't a guy just lie to everyone? Why does it gotta be a thing? Why we gotta make a thing about it? Oh, no, not that. That's not what I wanted. I wanted that. He never stopped with the dev exits. It's true. Yeah, he dropped a lot of money on that bit. For no reason. What was there to be gained by that? Nothing. Just to sow confusion. Nothing more than that. How does this look? I'm not sure where I'm going with this box. I don't know where I'm going with this. Oh, see, that looks really weird when you take the snow out. Oh gosh, what am I hitting there? Oh, it's awful. It's awful. Move the trim down. Move the door down. Well, the trim is not moving. Try to just reload it. Yeah, which is weird because it's not what I'm going for at all. Also, what am I clipping against here? Snow, snow, go away. There's some, oh, you know what? I bet it's this up here. That would do it, huh? The grate, yeah. Don't need that. That's what it was, okay. Why is there a door? What? All right, hang on. Something's gone wrong. We've lost the plot here. This is supposed to be a big pipeline for carrying heat, steam, I don't know, and somehow you're being shot through. Turtle.
Nintendo what?
What? Turtle, thank you for 64 sub. Well, 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 look who it is. Look who dragged in a cat. This is a place that James, yeah, basically. Wow, it's Turpider. Who was this mysterious character? No, I mean, the account is so inactive that it has no chat history in Twitch. Follow me to Red Lobster. Ah. It's the famous Turpider. I looked the other day when this came up. I was trying to find the clip of when I called out, like, you're very familiar seeming. And I couldn't find it, so I don't think I actually ever clipped it. I think I just timestamped a VOD one day. Turpider becomes more popular than GQ's account. No. I was completely fooled. Oh, man. Anyway, thank you, Turpider, for the 5 gift subs. Arth Brian, no sleep till bedtime. Rinsu83, Zaman, and Wardstone Studio. I know a few of those people there. That fateful April 1st. That's a good point. Isn't it supposed to be 2 events? Hold on. Hold the phone here. Dashboard search. Hype train settings. That's a good call out. Hype train is enabled. Oh, I don't have it set to the minimum. Because we were all right. The minimum is 2 events, which you know what? You know what's hilarious is that things sync up. Things sync up pretty well on the subs. And so if you just have 2 people that happen to be subbed at the same time of the month, you get hype trains all the time. And I don't think hype trains are good. I think they encourage people giving Twitch money that they would not otherwise give Twitch. Now I know that people are like, oh, but it supports the streamer. I'm employed. I don't. If you want to use your free Amazon Prime perks just so you don't have to have ads on my channel to avoid the 6 minutes of ads that take place every stream night over a course of 2.5 hours, that is fine. That is fine. But I don't want anyone to feel any sense of obligation, like, oh, he needs this money to make this game. I don't. It's very nice. It's very nice. It throw $1 in the hat for the guy that's making games on the street corner with a harmonica and a guitar case. How does he do that? How does he make the games that way? I don't know. It's all right. I'll give that guy $1. So more of it goes to Twitch and less to the streamer. Ah, well. It's a great question. First, you need to find a streamer who is spending their money back on Twitch again. And then you just basically like loop the money back and forth so that neither of you are actually netting any money. You're both just giving money to Amazon in this weird Ouroboros of waste. Thank you all for the lizards. There's going to be a lot of lizards. Right to Jeffy B's money bin. It's like I've occasionally... Jeez, that's a lot of lizards. There's a byproduct of emotes. I guess I feel like the hype train emotes is like, I mean, it's FOMO. They're pulling the big FOMO lever, not quite as overtly as they are with streaks. They don't need to be good. They just need to be exclusive. Jeez, all right, we're just gonna have lizards for the rest of the stream at this rate. So I hope you guys are prepared for that. I hope you guys prepared for lizards. Snow. Turn on snow. Okay, see this should be snowy right here, right? Like definitely. Bring back the dinosaurs. I'm a compute. Why did we go to G.I. Joe? Okay, so this one is just circle. I think we want the splotchy, the blurry splotch. Like this. Okay. So through the magic of shaders, the classic brain cell. moment. Add Allie's actual home address to this game. That's a great idea, honestly. I think she would be all for it. Add Balatro. I like just running around in the snow. It's like I don't even feel like I need anything going on here. Okay. I think I know how to make this better. First of all, get rid of the snow. We don't do this anymore. We do more of like a... We do like a big broken round vent. All right. So instead of this, we do this. 10 sides. So fairly low poly-ish still. All right, so we do like this. Okay, we kind of want to rotate it to match the rotation of this intersection here. Free DLC, $15. It's gonna be good. Man, guys, I really want to have a video game. I really just want to just have a video game that has been made. Like, okay, that was it. We did it. You know. Okay, that's what that one is. Okay, that doesn't matter. But I have to make it first. I have to make the video game. Unbelievable. Wait, let's keep the material. The material is good. Oh wait, no. Paste material. I'm just really looking forward to when the video game is done. And like, I can show it to people and be like, hey, check it out. Here's a video game I made. Do you guys like it? And they'll be like, yeah, good job. You have value. I'm like, aw, thanks. Yeah. No. You guys. Add a ship to the game. I did add a ship to the game. So, we got that. Let's not go too far. Oh, man. Wait, this doesn't need to be subtraction. This needs to be... I mean, I guess that one doesn't matter since it's top level. There we go. That looks... Okay. That makes more sense, at least. Jeez. Some money exchanged for your video game. I don't even... All right, I talked about this the other day. What if the demo includes everything in the game except for like some very optional side content that is like basically... I'm considering the free for $15 model. I just want everyone to play my video game. And having it cost money is like... That's going to be... It's, you know? We're going... Perfect. Yes. I want this decal right here. Okay, give me the decal. All right, is that the rotation? Okay, there we go. That's what I want. Anyway. Now we're talking. Oh, I do have some fun ideas. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? I love the nice little voids that old games do. You just go into the void to walk to another area. Anyway, I was thinking about adding I was thinking about making a cutscene editor. So have like a little stage somewhere in Drainpipe, and have a basically a script format that is character. Yes, basically that is character walks in to this location. Character does this action, character says this line, character turns around twice, you know, that kind of something. That kind of something. Simpsons Cartoon Maker, Mario Paint. And then, you know, just let people do whatever terrible things they're going to do with that. Just hand it over to GQ right off the bat. Like, what came to mind for me was steamed hams. All right, let's get drawing the Mona Lisa right here, right now. Okay, so we got like a... And then she's got eye. Oh, Leon. Oh, smiley face. We're going to need more NPCs here. Oh, Aurora Borealis. Yeah, there we go. That was basically it. All right, we need an actual texture for the below the ground, below the snow ground. Yeah, this one right here. I've got a great paintery texture that I use for all this stuff. So we gotta disappear this. So we take this, we give it a triplanar UV, we scale it up, down, yeah. We copy that so that we can apply it to this tab here. And because it's triplanar, oh wait, no, I need world triplanar. There we go. So now because it's world triplanar, it always tiles properly. This is what Planet Crafter does with a lot of their textures, and you can tell because whenever a rock, like an asteroid, is moving after landing on the ground, you can see its textures like sliding around on it because they didn't turn off world triplanar in whatever engine. And then also we want a little bit of flavor. A little bit of flavor here. Some flavor country. Like a little bit grayish, bluish. I'm okay with this. Yeah, because with the snow, you're barely going to see that. Yeah, someone can make a 4-hour cutscene script. So the idea would be that, like, you take these script files and you just toss them into a folder, and then you go to the theater in game, and then it will search the folder for any valid files and be like, ah, yes, here are the shows that are playing today. Yeah. Well, okay, so that's another thing is I want to make it possible to do crummy insert enemies where you only need to draw like 2 frames of animation for idle, 2 frames of animation for hurt, and then like 2 frames of animation for walking. And then the game is just like, okay, here we go. Here's your character that I've made, and now you can fight it. Give me the stats block, and we'll go from there. And then maybe like a few pre-baked attacks. And then what you could do, hear me out. You could bundle all this up in some way so that this theater side content becomes its own little mini campaign of, and then this character walked out, and then they fight, and then you actually have to do a fight, and then you get an item, and then this character, you know, like a little miniature, not campaign builder. What can you do with it? It's like trim the game down to just do battle, talk to character, do battle, talk to character. I don't know if there's, like, I'm really struggling to come up with what to do if I make building custom enemies possible. It's like, well, what do you do with that? Endless mode. I do want to do an endless mode. Something akin to Pit of 100 Trials, but with some roguelike elements. There, I said it. I said it. Okay. Like a grate. Just great. Use collision, yes. Oh, just great. See, this one's easy, because we have this to rely on. She's already in the game. Whoa. All right, so we're doing this. So it's like there's a grate, and then like, okay, yes, but also somehow it's like broken. And it just like abruptly lops off everything past that mark. Okay, CSG Polygon, also with metal grate. Kernel. All right. So now we can kind of like do this number here where it's like, oh, see, it's like a broken bit. Okay, how does that look when we actually do it? Does that look okay? That, you know what? That's all right. That's okay. I am okay with this. Yeah. Okay. This is doable. Okay, I think that the lead up to this section, either this section or chapter 5, it's going to be the Rat Pack. They get involved. And you're going to have to diplomacy at them instead of just straight up fight your way. Like there'll be some diplomacying. Okay, yeah, I think we will. I think I want to tilt the camera up a bit during the intro cinematic. They like pop out like, oh, where are we? Just gently tilt the camera up, and then come back down. And be like, whoa, cool. This is a cool place. Anyway, we have things to do. I never played any Deus Exes. Neither Deus Ex nor Deus Y.
This is a cool place.
Dun dun dun. I need more trees. We need more trees. Give me some trees. Stat. That's too dense. See, this one's not gonna work because then it's like, ah, well, now there's too many trees. But this is doable. Bring it down a little bit so it looks like it's further back. I've heard good things about them from H Bomberman Bomber Guy. Okay, next up. Get rid of the snow. Solid 8.5. Barriers. Yeah, it's a CSG box. What of it? Psh, yeah. Okay, and that's where we're gonna put our invisible wall of safety. We're gonna have our safety wall, because I don't trust Germ Dove one bit. Really is the anti-Germ Dove wall, isn't it? Just a big old box to keep Germ Dove safe. Keep Germ Dove safe. There we go. All right. Got it. You take a Germ Dove and you put them in a box. Add a fan. Will there be fans in this chapter? It's possible. Ah, it wasn't safe yet. I forgot to turn the solidity on. There we go. Okay, let's just bump into things a little bit. This is nice. This is nice. Probably put a little treasure in one of these trees. I'm gonna have to go back on every chapter and add some serious bobs. You know, bobs for days. I've been slacking on hiding the bobs because I don't know how to balance the bobs yet. I don't know if they're gonna be like, oh, they're everywhere, or if they're gonna be most of the places, but not everywhere. Posey being a goofball. Okay, you know what? This little area is nice. I think what it's missing is a little snowman right here. Just a cute little snowman. That you can destroy. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I love a good destructible. Do we want cracks in it? Do I want a big snowman with like multiple pieces? Because we could do that, I think. In the same, well, hang on. How does the crate work? How does the droppable crate work? It's just, oh, it's this is what I had to do. Is I had to turn off can sleep. Very, very annoying. Okay, so yeah, we could make a. We just have to make it a rigid body, but then lock everything. Change type. Rigid body 3D. Has to have a collision shape. We could make it a cylinder. Which may seem very silly. Yeah, that's very silly. That's very silly. Sphere is fine. But do make it quite a bit smaller than the actual model, I think. Okay. So this is going to be for chapter 4. Breakable snowman. Snowman A. I need to check. If I plop this in here, and then I plop another one up above it. Snowman needs to be cannot sleep. Axis lock everything. Wait, you are allowed to move on the y-axis only. Okay. Does he just drop and not roll off? Okay. That seems fine. Seems a little big, actually. And because it's a rigid body, I can't scale it down. Why? Why? That's really annoying that I can't make it slightly smaller. I guess what we could do is have like a scene for a snowman spawn point. And then it just spawns, it automatically resizes the collider and mesh, and then spawns them all on top of each other with a random z-axis rotation, y-axis rotation. Okay, so then we need an interact zone on it. Oh, that's a great idea, Dove. That's a great idea. He's gonna need a little hat, isn't he? He's gonna need a... Yeah, he's gonna need a hat. Ugh. I had a dumb idea. I had a dumb idea. All right, we set up our little configurable... Oh, it could be. It could be. We set up a configurable snowman spawner node. And we specify how many snowballs high it is and whether it has an item and whether the item respawns whenever you don't have one. as a analogous bit, in Chapter 1, the Scarecrow near the hay bale minigame, if you smack him, he will always drop a Scarecrow decoy if you do not have one in your inventory. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. So if you ever need a Scarecrow, you can just get one for free there, which is great in the early game. Okay, so what if we have one snowman somewhere in the game that's just like 30 snowballs tall? And you just oh gosh, it just keeps going. I mean, we could even set it up so it is actually infinite as a dumb gag. Like, it just keeps it, as soon as it gets below 50, it just spawns more on top. Oh, that'd be really silly. Now that's a fun idea. Extend the Scarecrow. We brought that out in Chapter 1, and I think Scarecrow is still viable in the mid game, because the damage does not carry through. If you throw a Scarecrow out, you will block the next attack, no matter how strong it is. As long as it is an attack that can only hit the front line. I think that's very powerful as an item against the right enemies. If the enemy has a chance of doing an AoE attack or hitting backline, you're taking a bit of a gamble, but it's not like you waste the Scarecrow. It's still out. But yeah, some kind of variant of the Scarecrow would be really cool. And a hat would be the analogous item that you would throw out. Like, you throw the pumpkin head out and it turns into a Scarecrow. You throw a hat out, it turns into a little snowman. Freeze. Freeze? Or does it attack a little bit? Because we could actually set up a decoy, a party member that gets a turn, like that actually has attacks it can take. So it basically becomes a summon that can do damage. I do like the idea of it kind of just blocking. What about... Each ball has health, right? So as it takes damage, it breaks apart, but it can actually take multiple hits. But it's easier to knock down each hit. Like it's got two parts and they can each take 1 damage. Now you've got something that blocks 2 hits. 2 direct hits, which is really nice. That's still very powerful. Regardless of how little damage it blocks, it completely blocks the damage. As long as it doesn't carry through or do any kind of AoE, then that's pretty reasonable. That's done. Okay. Scare Snow. Oh, wait. No, we're snoozing the ads. We're not doing ads. We're about to raid out. Get those ads out of here. Okay, I like this. I like this. We got some good achievable stuff ahead. Breakable Snowman, where you smack it and then one piece breaks. And then when you smack the top piece, you get maybe a little bit of money, maybe an item. Depends on the Scarecrow. That can be fun. What else? This area as a starting area feels a little bit... I mean, it's fine. It doesn't feel like there's much to it yet. What can we do? What can we do to kind of give this a little bit more foreground, maybe? What about a little bit of trees? A little bit of some of these trees in the foreground? Is this the one? Yeah. That feels so regular. It feels so regular. I don't know. Let's see. We'll see. Also, got a little bit of Z fighting issues, or not Z fighting, but just layering issues. But no, I don't love that. I have no strong love for that. It'd be nice to have something going on, and not an actual gimmick of any kind. This could just be like a, hey, welcome to the new area. Here's a save point. Here's a Scarecrow or a snowman. Maybe a save point is enough. If we actually have a nice little snow splotch here. Transform, reset, 5. Just splatter something like this here as a save point. Somewhere pretty close. Needs to be a little bit more. Needs to be a little bit hardier. There we go. That's where you can set a save point on something like that. Throw a save zone on there. Make sure that looks all right. Not too big, not too small. Not too in the completely wrong spot. I do think we can change this to a scale of 5, though. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better. You get out, you'll see it. Walk over to it. It's like, ooh, I can draw in the snow. I think drawing in the snow will be just fun because it's like, hey, cool. I can interact with the world in an interesting and fun way. Neat. Neato torpedo. All right, where are we going? Where are we going tonight? Oh, Chip is still on? Okay. He's probably about to end stream. Simple Flips is on. Okay. Let's see here. Let's check the cat. Oh, that reminds me. I need to grab all this data here here's the list of all the people that are streaming right now. I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna just copy the page contents and just throw that in a notepad document. And I did AI block a lot of the whatevers, you know, the channels that do like AI stuff. I just blocked those on uBlock, and that kind of made it a little bit easier to deal with. Because usually when I'm just like scrolling through, it's like I want to see streams where there's a person there, not like streams where there's just like this unmanned channel that is running. Actually, there's another one. Great. Let's see here. No! I knew it! I was like, hey, let's see. Oh yeah, Chip's still on. Well, he's probably about to end, so let's find somebody else to raid. Oh man. Thank you for the raid, Chip. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you had a good stream. My name is Dobbs. I'm gonna be ending stream shortly. Heads up. I'm gonna snooze this ad while we're looking for a valid raid target as well. Yeah, it's actually looking pretty good, I think. Look at this. Look at that. I've also got. I don't have any in this scene, but I'm gonna add one just because I think they're fun. Let me throw one of these in the scene, and you'll see. Oh, you'll all see. There we go. It might be too small. Beep boop. Ah, see, my bot is even yelling at me. There we go. Okay, so you can't see it because it fell through the ground. I don't know. It fell through the ground. Hold on. Let's try that again. Okay. So the way it's implemented is a little bit silly, but it works. There we go. Look at this nice little rolly snowball. And it gets bigger. Ah, yeah, and it leaves its own little trail, which is fun, and then you can smack it. And you get another one. You can stand on them. So the idea is there's going to be a lot of puzzles around using snowballs and positioning those in this area. I've got plans to make a little breakable snowman. And we're thinking of adding a variant of the Scarecrow item. We've got an item in the game that acts as a decoy. Like it soaks up damage for you. There we go. So it's like, oh, here comes an enemy, and then you can just be like, haha, no you don't. And so Al brought up a really good idea, which was, hey, since we're doing a snowman here, what if we had a variant of the Scarecrow that was, I don't know, slightly different. So this guy like soaks up 5 damage before breaking. So we were thinking like, what if it's like a multi-part snowman and each part can take 1 damage or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, the snow area is coming along nicely. I really like how all the different shaders are coming together because we got the aurora in the background, the snow depth. The stars are just a particle effect. Yeah, it's fun. So here's how the snow works, and it's silly and it's dumb, but it works. We've got a mesh, which is just a plane that is big enough to go a little bit beyond the boundaries of the area. And we apply a material to it. And that material deforms the vertices downward based on a texture map, with black going down and white being the top. Actually, I think technically white goes up and black stays down, but whatever. The way we are generating that texture is a sub-viewport. Yay. So there is actually a sub-viewport. Let's see here. Snow decor, snow track handler. We got a sub-viewport, which I can throw static sprite 3Ds on the right visual layer to get permanent deformation, like over here and also over here. And that can be done like really crisply with like a nice solid black line, or more gradually if I do kind of a blurrier line. But then the way that we get the player, it is a particle effect that is in the sub-viewport, and that is being moved by a remote transform attached to the player. And we've got some code that I took a page out of your book. I added a signal to, or I connected to the signal on the tree to watch for when a new actor is added or removed from the scene. I checked to see if they are in a group I defined called something like Leaves Snow Tracks. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. And that way, whenever an enemy spawns in the field, it will automatically... and thank you also for the follow. Thank you guys so much. Whenever new actors are added to the scene, like if I switch to another partner, well, then that partner needs to start leaving tracks. And when I remove the partner, they need to stop leaving tracks, which that part is still... I don't know if that's still working the way I intend for it to. I was noticing some ghost tracks earlier. I think we got some ghost tracks here. But yeah, for the most part, this is looking fun, and I think this is just fun to play around with. Just like, oh, I'm making tracks. People are gonna draw some things. Nothing we can do about that. All right, we need to find a raid target ourselves. Got a few possibilities. Got a handful of people on the follow list. Let's see here. What do we want? We would like to prioritize Godot streamers. Slim pickings. And also, I prefer small streams as well. But that's just me. Alright. What am I going to do with this big snowball? Get out of here. Get out of here. Yep. I broke it. Oh, that's neat. I don't know what I did there. Something caused this snowball to stop breaking entirely. Add that one to the to troubleshoot. Let's see here. No, not interested. I need to make like a custom in Firefox extension or something. Just load it locally. Just to have some kind of like quick tools for finding good raid targets. Because I know the types of things I want to find and don't want to find. Can we make a snowman? Not yet, but perhaps that happens in this chapter. We're going to see. Chapter 4 is full of possibilities. We're early on in the planning for Chapter 4, so who knows what's going to happen on this. Let's see here. What is this? What am I looking at here? I'm looking at the thumbnails on the game. I know thumbnails on game dev streams are not super useful. However, there's some weird thumbnails sometimes. Like, what in the world is this? Let's see here. All right, Chip is out. Singularity. I've got them on my follow list. They are doing Godot. Wait, no, wait. Yeah, that's Godot. Just don't have the tag for it. Let's see here. Gosh, I'm gonna have to look at GQ's VOD tomorrow during work. Claymore. I really like the look of what Claymore's looking at or working on, but I can never dig up much conversation from them. We rated some ran dev Monday. They are pretty cool. They've got a cool stream going on. I haven't seen their game. They're working on layout stuff right now, like a little overlay in Godot using Rust, I think. Which I've never really done anything with Rust. I don't know what to make of Rust. I'm sure it's good. It sounds like it's just the best thing ever. That's what I gather from anyone who talks about it. Oh, there's Gary Proper Duck. We haven't rated into him for a bit. What do we got going on here? What do we got going on here? That's just some good old-fashioned coding. Let's. You know what? Maybe we'll go to Randev again. I gotta wait for the ad. We got 45 seconds of ad. Now the other day, it was I think Sunday. I was spending a long time trying to come up with a raid target, and then I finally was just like, I guess we'll just do this guy. And then like 5 minutes later, someone that I've been really wanting to check out their stream went online. So cool. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. All right. Well, we'll do Randev again. I know it's like basically twice in a row, but it'll be fine. I feel pretty good about this. This turned out pretty good. We will need to figure out how to make these destructible snowmen that we have planned. I got some fun ideas for that, and some silly ones. We'll need to make a little hat. That's gonna be on our plans for next time. Is we want to make a cute little hat for a snowman, maybe a little scarf, some little coal, little bits of coal. Yeah, I got some fun ideas. Everybody have a good night. I will be back Friday. I'll probably end a little bit early Friday because gotta go out of town on Saturday. But thank you again for all the follows. We got a lot of raids. We got a lot of lizard parties. What a night. All right, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday is the schedule. Hope to see you guys at one of those. That's it.